Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now on this video, I'll be sharing with you how to build unstoppable self-confidence and 5 techniques for building that into who you are. Now, with this process, my intention with this video is to help you start to feel validated from within, understanding how you can think about yourself in a completely new way that can transform the kind of action that you can take and that can really start to show you can have trust in yourself. Now, me, for example, these are going to be tools that I've applied in my own life. I used to be somebody that didn't feel very confident, used to be somebody that looked for a validation outside of myself, and from that there was a lot of pain that developed, and then I came across and I learned all of these concepts I'm going to share with you, and hopefully they can help you too. Now, first off, with confidence, let's understand that what confidence really is, it's a self-trust, the ability to trust in our life, the ability to trust in our abilities. And when we learn to have that trust, that's when we gain that self-confidence and we really start to build it. Now understand that at the same time as you build that trust, you will care less and less about what other people think about you. So in another aspect, trusting ourselves means knowing who we are. When we know who we are, we don't look for other people to tell us who we are, and we don't look for other people to validate ourselves. So the idea is that people's opinions have less and less value over us when we start to, first off, value our own opinion. That's what this video will also help you do. So the first one I have for you has to do with understanding how we can focus on things that we've already done before to then create that level of confidence. So in the present moment right now, if we have a momentum of focusing on things that we failed at, what happens is the neural networks of our brain are constantly focused on those failures, therefore reinforcing that identity. So number one is also about looking at ourselves and developing the self-image of feeling confident. So how are you looking at yourself? Are you thinking that your past equals who you are in the present moment? And are you looking at parts of your past that are skewed, that were things that you beat yourself up for that you haven't accomplished before? Now realize that all that is momentum, and you can change that by changing the focus. Focus on things that you've done before that have allowed you to feel like you trust yourself, that have allowed you to show that there's things you've set out to do that you've accomplished. Could be something as simple as going to school, getting certain grades. It could be something as simple as helping somebody else. Whatever it is, begin to focus on those experiences, and what you begin to do is show yourself that momentum of things that you've done before, therefore allowing you to feel the emotions of those memories. The funny thing about memories is when we remember certain scenarios, what happens is we start to embody the emotions we felt when we were in those situations. So start to view the things you've done before, and that will help you feel in and anchor the momentum, knowing that you can start to feel that trust within yourself. Now, the second tip I have for you is one that I've shared before, and it's a technique that involves your body posture and standing in what is called a power pose. Now, I know I've shared this before, but it's really so powerful. The idea, and it came from a TED Talk by a lady named Amy Cuddy, and it's about how body language shapes who we are, how it shapes how we view ourselves. And a simple way of changing your self-image is changing your body posture, because as you stand in what is called a Superman or a Superwoman pose, you stand with your hands at your hips, your chin level, and you with your chest out. if you do that for just a couple minutes every day, that begins to change the chemistry in your body. You will start to release more testosterone and less cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and testosterone helps you feel more confident. Now, doing this for just a couple minutes a day can really transform the kind of results, the kind of way that you appear to other people, and really, more importantly, just the way that you feel about yourself. So you can do this technique when you wake up in the morning for the first couple minutes. You can do it before you go into a job interview, before you're negotiating to buy a house, whatever it is, you can do it and it will make you feel different about yourself. Now, the third one I have is similar to that in a different way, and I've never shared this one before, but our voices, the way we project our voices, says a lot about how we feel about ourselves. Now, confidence, and just like we can use our body language to change the way that we feel about ourselves, I believe that we can use our voices to change how certain we feel. Now, what I mean by this is if you ask somebody that's not very confident in themselves a question, many times they'll kind of either mumble something, or they're very soft-spoken, or you can't really hear what they're saying. And if you ask somebody who's confident, you'll notice that their voice goes down. The tonality of their voice goes down. They sound very certain of themselves. Now, this I found to be a powerful tool, because what you can do, and what I've done, is I can look in the mirror at myself, I can speak in this way, and as my voice goes down, it makes me feel confident. And also, this will help you change your self-image for that level of confidence. Now, if you ask someone a question who isn't sure of the answer, you'll notice that their voice goes up. It sounds like they're asking a question. So you can ask someone like, how's your day going? And they might say, oh, it's going good. Or I feel great. You know, that doesn't sound very certain, and because of that, that can also affect their own self-image. That affects them at many different levels. So just like we can change our mind to change how we feel, we can also change our body and change our voice to change how we feel. And also remember that most of communication isn't the words we speak, it's also and more about the tonality and the body language. So changing those two things, I think, are some of the most powerful ways to changing how you feel about yourself. So every day, maybe for a couple minutes, look in the mirror and talk like that to see how it can change how you feel about yourself. Have your voice go down. Have yourself say things that you can feel certain about. As you feel certain about it, you will start to embody a new level for the way that you see yourself. Now, the fourth technique I have for you has to do with every single day, write something down that you want to accomplish and then actually check it off as you do it. Now, what this tells our mind and what this tells us is that we can remain authentic to, if we say we're going to do something, we will accomplish it. So one of the most powerful hacks for this as well is every day have 3 things, or however many things, that you're going to accomplish. 3 things, and another tip for that is to do it right when you wake up in the morning. The 3 highest leverage things that will change your life, do them right when you wake up in the morning, write them down and check them off as you do it. There's something about checking things off of a list that helps us feel and recognize that if we say we're going to do something, we actually do it. It helps us feel authentic to who we are and to know that we are an action doer, not just somebody that thinks about things. So this I found to be very powerful. And also with this, another side note, is always remain authentic to who you are, which means be honest with who you are. If you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, what you do is you start to be incongruent and inauthentic to what you say and what you do. The idea is that to really have trust in yourself, you have to begin to do things you say you're going to do and to be honest with yourself. So say you're going to do something, check it off the list, and it gives your brain a message that says that when you do something, when you say you're going to do something, you're actually going to accomplish it. Now, the last one I have for you, number 5 technique, is to simply do something every day that you haven't done before. It could be something very small, but realize that when we have a certain self-image, many times we will always act act in accordance to how we see ourselves. And if we are always doing the same things day in, day out, if we are staying inside our comfort zone, we are always remaining within that identity. So if we do something that's outside of something we've done before, we stretch and we expand that bubble, therefore feeling more and more confident. So find yourself pushing yourselves to do more every day. Now, the simple example for this is if you go to the gym every day and you do the same weights every day, the same repetitions every day, you might maintain, but you won't actually grow. You have to up the weight, you have to up the repetitions to then get new results. Now, in the same way, with the daily actions you take, you must push a little bit further or do something completely new altogether. This could be pushing yourself to talk to more people than you've talked to the day before. Maybe making small talk in the elevator when you're going up or down into a different floor. Realize that as you push yourself to be in these uncomfortable positions, you send a message to your brain that says that you can do something that you say you're gonna do. So expand your level of comfort zone, do something new every day. Realize that you can use your body to help you feel confident by being in a power pose. You can look in front of the mirror for a minute or two a day and have your voice go down. Wire in that confidence. You can change your self-image by trusting in who you are and understanding that when you say you're going to do something, you check it off because you know you can actually do it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste. All right, bye.